Hey guys, welcome to Smack Talk, and today it's our Smack Down review for this week. Wow, what a show! I was really impressed. I've just finished watching it, so I thought I'd get straight on with the review. First things first, we thought we were just going to have, I heard Carmella's music playing. You had Corey Graves on SmackDown for the first time. Brilliant. He's a great heel commentator. So I think SmackDown now has the best commentating team. Byron Saxton, Tom Phillips, and Corey Graves. Yeah, the best commentating team you could get together. But yeah, it started off, I thought, oh, it's going to be Carmella doing a promo. And the next thing I know, Ellsworth's doing his big thing. And then Kevin Owens' music hits. And Kevin Owens goes, I'm going to be refereeing of Carmella's match. Blah, blah, blah. Shane O'Mac comes out, goes, Kevin, that's not going to happen. They get right into great promo work. These two can work well together. Kevin Owens is one of those guys who literally, you give him a little bit and he will take it all. He's brilliant. He's probably one of the best wrestlers in the company right now, and he deserves that. Deserves that. He deserves it because he's worked his ass off, and you can tell he's worked his ass off to get to this stage, and he deserves to be there. Pretty much, Kevin Owens laying into Shane, saying pretty much, no one. It's better off if you just died in that helicopter, because don't forget, Shane O'Mac was recently in a helicopter crash and survived. The guy is indestructible, it seems. But he said your dad would be better, your wife would be better, and your kids. And Shane already warned him, don't mention my kids, don't talk about my kids. Pushed the button, Shane attacked him, and just literally laid into him. The only person who could calm him down was Bryan, and it was absolutely a brilliant start to the show. It was just great. I'm going to mention now that I think the way this is pulling up, I think this is going to be pushed for a Survivor Series match between Team Shane and Team KO. I think this is what it's leading up to. But yeah. Then we had the actual match, which was going to be Natalya versus Carmella. Good match. It was a good match. Both superstars did well. Carmella looked on top for most of that match until when Ellsworth jumped onto the ropes to distract Natalya, dropped the suitcase. The referee thought he was cashing in, or she was cashing in, and Carmella went no, throws the suitcase back at James, and then Natalya rolls her up for a pin, and she wins. And then Carmella goes mental on Ellsworth, which is always great. Literally kicked just literally destroyed him. With words, destroyed him as a human being. And I enjoyed it. A little bit of it, because I think I'm a bit evil when it comes to that. But it was great. It was absolutely fantastic. Another good... It wasn't a great match, but the aftermath with Ellsworth was good. Gives Carmella a little bit more heel. If she feels more like a proper heel. More than Natalya, I'm afraid to say. Natalya doesn't feel like a heel. People are chanting Natalya. She's in that babyface heel thing, and it's like weird. So we just want to... Next thing I want to talk about is the Dolph Ziggler breakdown, as I like to call it. Yeah, it was... I don't know what Dolph was doing. He was coming out doing all these different entrances. I found it the worst part of the night. It was deliberately meant to be the worst thing, I think, on SmackDown, and it just didn't work. I really hope this is leading up to something, because Dolph Ziggler needs something now. This redesign is just not working, and it feels like I just want Dolph to go out in the ring and perform, because that's what he's good at, and it just doesn't feel like that. Then we had the rematch from last week because of Aiden English versus Sami Zayn match, because obviously Kevin Owens got involved. it was a poor match. Very poor. Sami lost. I think I'm going to say this more every time Sami loses. It's going to be a poor match because Sami Zayn always deserves to win. He should have had a title by now. But yes, a bit disappointing that Sami lost to Aiden English clean. He won clean. Aiden English won clean, and then he started to sing him, and Sami Zayn chased him off. Thank God. Then we had the bit which was probably the big talking point for the night, was Daniel Bryan calls out Shane O'Mac into the ring, only because earlier on the night, New Day and the Usos said they're going to have a rematch at Las Vegas, but Daniel got a phone call. We found out the phone call was Vince McMahon. You kind of guessed it was going to be from Vince, saying, yeah, you got to suspend my son. Calls Shane out, suspends him, says, look, I know where you're coming from. The Miz did the same thing to me, but I had to hold back, and you didn't, and unfortunately you're suspended. Like I said, I think this is going to be a big push for Survivor Series when Shane returns to take on Kevin Owens. I think this is what's going to happen. Then we had Baron Corbin take on Ty Dillinger. Good match. This was a really good match. I know I'm sounding very surprised, not because I think Ty Dillinger is a really good wrestler, and I think Baron Corbin was pushed a little bit because of Ty Dillinger being a good wrestler. It felt like a mini NXT match, and it was great. It was awesome. It was the surprise match for me. Ty Dillinger could have won. It was that classic babyface heel match, which you do want to see in WWE, and it's been such a long time we've seen it. When it does happen, I get excited. I'm like, oh my god, this is brilliant. This is what I want to see. I want to see my heels cheat to win, like Corbin did. He did a little throat thing. Ty couldn't breathe. End of days. Corbin wins. Good match. You had AJ Styles on commentating with commentating team. It made the match feel a little bit more. And after the match, AJ went, you know what? Twice now Corbin has got involved with our matches. Next week in Las Vegas, you're getting a title match for US title. I thought that was brilliant. I know that Corbin's probably going to get involved again. But, my God, it was a good match. And I like the little segment at the end, which, you know, we all know Corbin's going to get involved, but it just feels good. Then we had probably the most disgusting. I couldn't get an image for this, so I'm just going to show the Ellsworth getting beaten down image again. Thank God I couldn't get an image for that. Was Carmella kissing Ellsworth? Oh my God. No. I didn't need to see that. Thank you, WWE. That's going to be... It's burned into my eyeballs. Thank you. I did not need that. That's disgusting. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. And then we had the highlight. Again, a highlight match. Randy Orton, Nakamura. Brilliant match. I expected it to be. It was, you know, half the match was Randy in charge. Half the match was Nakamura in charge. And people just complain so much. Oh, Nakamura's not getting pushed as much. He doesn't look as strong as he did in NXT. You can't have him as strong as he was in NXT. It's physically impossible, especially when he's taking on guys like Randy Orton, like John Cena. These guys are veterans. You can't make them look weak just to elevate, you know, an NXT star. You can't do it. It's physically not possible. But the match itself made them both feel like legitimate challengers for this title. Randy looked good. This is the best match Randy's had since the brand split, in my opinion. This is the best match Randy's had since the brand split. Nakamura looked strong. And I can't wait to see how Nakamura takes on Jinder Mahal, because he did win, and I was glad. I was like, yes. And it's in Hell in a Cell. And I hope it is the Hell in a Cell match, because that will be legitimately a great match, because I think that's going to be a great way for Mahal to lose the belt. But Nakamura, and then after the match, again, this is great. Kevin Owens about to walk away. Daniel Bryan apologised because apologise for what happened. But this is the end of it. Shane's been suspended, and KO's like, Daniel, it's not the end, trust me. He goes, right, well, if that's the case, Vince McMahon will be at next week's show to sort everything out. Which is great, and it kind of put the fear of God into Kevin Owens' eyes, which I can't wait. I'm expecting Kevin Owens to attack Vince at some point. I'm just expecting it, because it happens quite often. But yeah, SmackDown, good. A lot more segments than matches, which is a bit of a shame. The matches we did have were good, apart from one. One really poor match. No tag team match, no Becky Lynch and Charlotte. Bit of a down there for me. And next week in Las Vegas feels legitimately like it's going to be like a mini pay-per-view. And I'm happy with that. It looks like 3 title matches. I can't wait. Looking forward to it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on SmackDown this week. If you do like our videos, guys, please like, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter. I'm at Boise88. Have a great week, guys, and I'll see you next week.